Okay, as you can see, the title of this video is Destiny versus Call of Duty. Now, what do I mean by Destiny Call of Duty? Or Destiny versus Call of Duty, rather. What I mean in particular is the fact that everyone can see that Call of Duty is fading. It's not fading quickly, it's not happening overnight, it's probably not going to happen next year or the year after that. It will happen, and we can see it happening. Just people more and more so becoming more dissatisfied with the direction Call of Duty is going, and the quote innovations that they add in, which by innovations you can see that they copy whatever the flavor of the month is. And in Black Ops 3 you can see that movement is popular, a la Titanfall, so copy and paste Titanfall movement. And then what else is popular? The RPG character very implementation of supers from Destiny, or specialists as they're referred to in Black Ops 3. People aren't too happy with that. People will pretend and they'll play it and they'll have fun, but over time people will become dissatisfied more and more so. And what's my opinion on the issue? From what I can see, I see that Activision, hyphen Blizzard, now has two really popular shooter franchises coming. They have Destiny and they have Call of Duty. One of these two, Call of Duty is obviously more well established, and Destiny is still, establishing its footing. But for how new it is compared to Call of Duty, it's already established a pretty solid footing, has a solid community and following behind it. So one of these has to fade away. One of these is going to become the juggernaut. One of these is going to become the market leader, and one has to go away. And now, if you might think, oh, I've seen you post a lot of Destiny, not a lot of Call of Duty. Maybe you dislike Destiny, maybe that's why you're thinking this. But no, if you look at it objectively, there's two markets that video games appeal to. There's the PvE community, players versus enemies. You can look at racing games or story-based games, Witcher, etc., where you just verse the AI, the computer. You're not really into that competitive nature, you just want to have fun and, whatever, because that branches off in all these different kinds of games. But there's those kind of people, the non-competitive people. And then there's the other side, there's PvP, there's the competitive people. They want to shit on people, they want to verse other people, they want to be the best, they're really competitive. And I'm not saying that these are mutually exclusive. People can go back and forth, or they can be half and half on each. But I think everyone can agree that if you want to be the market leader and you want to have the widest audience, you really have to appeal to both those sides. You have to appeal to PvE and PvP. Now let's look at Call of Duty, the current juggernaut, the fading juggernaut, but still there. Who do they appeal to? What is the most popular thing about Call of Duty? It's the multiplayer. We can all agree, no matter how trash you think the game may be, how shit it is, how stupid it is, it does appeal to PvP audiences, because lots and lots and lots of people are playing that stupid multiplayer. Because it's fun. It is fun. It's trash, but it's fun. And then let's look at the opposite side, PvE. What do they have that appeals to the PvE market? They have zombies, and they have a campaign mode. The campaign mode's shit. I mean, they try and make it like a Michael Bay movie, but no one really cares. And then what you're left with is zombies. There's now a 3-studio rotation. One of those studios, Treyarch, has it. So you have 1 out of 3 that's doing zombies. So 1 out of 3 years, they're going to appeal to the PvE market. And I don't think that's enough to keep that PvP community going. PvE community going, rather. Because if you look in the last title, Advanced Warfare, they had Survival, which is worse zombies. Didn't cultivate a huge following like zombies did from Black Ops and World at War, and then they added in later in DLC. And I think everyone can realise that a significantly smaller part of the main population that buys the game buys the DLC, so that's obviously not a way to cultivate a community. So let's just say that Call of Duty doesn't really appeal to the PvE market. That's a generalization, and there are some people that are into PvE that might just play the campaign or just play the zombies. Those people are weird. I'm not sure about those people. But yeah, let's just agree that that appeals to the PvE market. And then let's look at the competitor. They're both owned by the same publishing group, but, You can think of it as a competitor, basically. Destiny. Destiny, with the raids, the strikes, and all that stuff, as bullet spongy and crap as they have been, if you look at the Taken King, you can see that they might be moving in a positive direction. We're not 100% sure yet, but if it does move away from the bullet sponge shit and become good, they definitely appeal to the PvE market. If you look at Reddit, if you look at the forums, huge followings that want to do this PvE stuff, love it. It's great. And you look at the PvP, they have their Crucible system, which works. There's a lot of people into it. There's a lot of popular Twitch streamers, Mtashed, KJ Hervey, etc., that are all big proponents of the PvE system there. With Trials of Osiris, there's another very popular thing. If that continues to be supported, it'll be great. So you can see that on both sides of the PvE, PvP, Destiny appeals to both. So between the two, which do you think is going to appeal to a wider market? Who's going to buy the title that they think is going to give them the most bang for their dollar? It's obviously going to be Destiny if you think about it objectively. And that is why I think Destiny will rise over the top of Call of Duty and Call of Duty will fade away.